Hey, what's up, guys? It's Uncle Freedom coming to you on a glorious and well-deserved day off. So how's it going? First thing, y'all, go ahead and like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, because that, after all, is how we push out more two-way content to the masses. Find another YouTuber whose work you enjoy. Go ahead and subscribe to that guy too. Hang out over there, see what kind of good stuff he's putting out. Ben Stoker's always a fun one to watch, because he's just entertaining. He truly is. So for those of you that saw the post on Instagram, I was talking about like some of the stuff I had going on because it was like that time of year for me. And it was time to do some routine maintenance, but it's maintenance people don't always think about, right? And I mentioned it in the video. So I got in a bunch of these, right? So these are the 20 round T-Mags, right? And these guys, I already have Warren plus fives on here. Still rocking the Warren plus fives, still love them. But it was time, and I've mentioned this before in passing a couple times, which is the fact that I have duty mags and I have training mags. So when I replace my ammo in my magazines, right? So there is all of my critical duty from last year, and I replace all of my critical duty every year. It is a great idea to do that, right? I know it's expensive. And believe me, I've been in that boat where it's like, man, this crap's expensive, or I can't find it, and how bad could it really be? And then what you do is you find yourself replacing the top 3 or 4 because they're discolored, and then you keep carrying the ammo. But the thing I would ask you is, like, a box of ammo, if you got to buy 50 rounds of ammo to load your carry mags, right? That 50 rounds of ammo is not going to be cheap. It's going to usually average about $1 a round. But if I told you tomorrow was an open division gunfight, you had to run what you brung, I'm pretty sure you'd tell me you would rather have the best quality you could have at that moment, right? I don't want any unknown variables. I don't want the reason I fail at something or lose that to be because I didn't take a couple of minutes to fix and maintain my equipment and swap out that stuff that I needed to swap out. So for me, that's a given, right? Like, I carry a gun as a profession, so my stuff has to get swapped out every single year. I also swap out all of my concealed carry ammo. I do the same thing for my officers. They all get brand new duty ammo, brand new concealed carry ammo, and that's what we do, right? But in doing that, I do the same thing with my mags. I've got extra sets of mags. I'll go ahead and reload all my new mags with all brand new ammo. And one of the things I'll do, especially if I'm running extensions, is I will check that tension on my follower, because that can cause some problems. And I noticed when doing it, like, good stiff spring, this spring is mushy. And I get to looking, and it is the magazine that is constantly the one that's getting a round stripped off of it and switched around all the time, right? It does it, right? What kills magazine springs? It's not them being loaded for a year. What kills magazine springs is, like, cycles. Down, up, down, up, down, up, right? That's why range mags don't last as long as your carry mags, because your carry mags are loaded with ammo. So this guy, I got to replace the spring. Again, just like Ghost, that's who I get my springs from. Go over there, get the plus 13% large. That'll work for the plus 5s that I run on all my stuff. Replace those springs, good to go, right? So I had to do that. But I'm also dealing with all new rifle ammo now, right? Like, I've got rifle ammo to go vet and have fun. I know a lot of you have asked me about this stuff because you wanted to know how it performed, and I agreed with you. I wanted to know how it performed too. So I got several boxes of all of the weights that they make of the black tip that AAC produces. I will say that AAC 77 grain has been very consistent, like surprisingly consistent. So on to the next part of what I'm doing, right? I've been vetting out some new gear. That gear is actually these guys, right? If you don't know what these are yet, these are the Mec-Gar Glock 17 mags that were created to go with the Staccato HD4. I know, Ben Stoker said I'd hold off on them. I have 14 or 15 of these now. When they first got released, I jumped on and bought like I think I bought 6 or 7 when they got released, or I bought 10 when they got released, and then they disappeared for a while, and then they've recently come back in stock. But I've been running these. These have been my primary training mag since I've gotten them in, because I'm just curious, right? Like, I want to know, because I love the idea. I love how freely they drop from the magwell. I love like how smoothly they load. And they have been ultra freaking consistent. I got to be honest. Like, I have not had a single solitary issue with the Staccato mags. The oldest one I've got in the group, it's either 43 or 44 for the mag number, but last count it's had 108 cycles on it. So that's well over 1,000, well in excess of 1,000 rounds, almost two, or right about 2,000 rounds through the gun. And you know what? It's been just reliable, man. Like, it's boringly consistent. The thing I have grown to love about these is these hold 18 rounds. So when I'm out there practicing bill drills, that's 3 bill drills per magazine. So I can meter my practice by shooting bill drills. Which leads me to something we've been working on here. So I am going to the Modern Samurai Project in August. August or September, I can't really remember. But I will be attending Modern Samurai Project. I am really looking forward to going to it. And one of the things we've been working on, like I think I bought 150. My sheriff also bought like 150 of the MSP targets. And we've been practicing the black belt standards, right? Like, love it, hate it. The black belt standards are pretty cool. You know, single shot from the holster under a second. The 3-2 drill, 3 in the chest, 2 in the head, 3 yards and under 2 seconds from the holster. Single shot from 25 yards under a second and a half. And then the bill drill at 7 yards, right? So 6 rounds, 7 yards, under 2 seconds. And there is a caveat. If you're running like a level 3 holster, it's a 0.1 additional. So like I have 2.1 to run my stuff in. But we noticed a hitch in the giddy up, and it was kind of interesting from a training standpoint. We would shoot the 3-2, and like it was consistent. You'd shoot the 3-2 6 times in a row, and you would shoot it 6 times in a row in like 1.8 or 1.9 seconds with a sub-second draw every time with perfect accuracy. And then I could run different drills, like the Bear Solution Standards drill, right? I love that. 5, 5, slide lock, reload, 3 into the circle, right? I can run that drill in 5-ish, which is scooting. I mean, that's a very fast string of fire. And then for whatever reason, we would back it up and we would start shooting in a full A zone, which is bigger than the freaking Bear Solutions target. And we can shoot the Bear at 7 yards and it'll rock it out, right? You back up, like you go to shoot the bill for whatever reason, man. It was just wild to watch it. Like everybody's rocking this stuff out. And then we go back to the bill drill and like we're throwing crap everywhere. Like the accuracy went to crap and then the speed went to crap and the draw was slow. None of it made any sense. And it was really entertaining to me. It was fascinating to watch the fact that our brains had already decided that we were going to fail before we drew the gun. And that's actually what's going on. There is zero difference in shooting a bill drill into a B8 and then shooting a bill drill into an A zone. In fact, the A zone is a little bit of a more forgiving hitbox. But I can shoot a bill drill in 1.8, 1.9 consistently into a B8. But you put me into an A box and my brain is telling me that something is different. And the beauty of like training and being purposeful when you train, I tell you guys this all the time, load your mags before you go and have a plan. When you go to the range, you need to be maximizing your time and being purposeful in how and what we train. It is never a fun time to go to the range and just be like, dude, I just shot like 300 rounds and all I did was like turn money into noise, right? Like that. There's a certain like, feels good about that, but the most of it is like you really don't gain anything from it. Like you can shoot thousands of rounds and never progress because you're not structuring your range in such a way that you are hitting skills and learning those skills, right? And that is a trap I think a lot of guys fall into. And the thing is, like, I do this stuff as a part of my job. Like, so I'm doing this for a living. I'm building range days and running people through stuff as a part of my job. And even me, like I will go out there and I will realize like I've shot 100 rounds and I haven't accomplished crap. And you have to genuinely stop and take a step back and really hold yourself accountable for it. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, again, it's that perception of speed and power thing. Like, you can tell everybody how awesome you are, but if you're not telling yourself when you screw it up, like, you're really not gaining anything from it. And like, it was one of those, like, I had gotten lax, and I realized that I had gotten lax, and I started really holding myself accountable. And things, once I did it, it was like, man, I've let my grip go a little bit, right? Because you can get away with things at 3 yards. You can't get away with it at 7 yards. You know, you can get away with things for speed. And the biggest thing I took away from it was, man, my brain was playing all kinds of tricks on me, because there is no reason on the planet I shouldn't have been just rocking out certain things. And my brain was the reason behind it. So it's not really a matter of whether or not you can do something. It's a matter of whether or not you believe you can do it. And I know that sounds like some weird Tony Robbins quote, so I hope he doesn't like sue me, because he may have made that quote. I don't know. But it's like seeing it. And the thing is, it wasn't just my wheels, and it was contagious too. That was the other kind of interesting thing to see, is when I messed it up, the guy behind me messed it up. And he messed it up because he just watched me fail. And in his brain, he was like, go fast, hurry up. And go fast, hurry up screwed it up. And he was missing and throwing shots. And he got trigger freeze. He started squeezing with his dominant hand. And it's one of those things, like, it's crazy what your brain will do if you let it. So when you go to the range this week, and I hope you all go to the range this week, and I hope you progress and become better than you were when you got there, I hope you hold yourself accountable. Make a plan, stick to your plan, and be honest with yourself about where you need to improve, and then seek out ways in which to improve it. This little anomaly where for some reason like mentioning the words bill drill is an immediate, like, people start missing stuff. And it's been kind of weird to watch. But yeah, I've been kind of, like I said, been running these, so I'm keeping tabs on this and all this other stuff. Yes, I saw the video with Achilles heel tactical where the gun went off. It's a weird video, man. For anybody that says it seems like it's staged, I don't know Achilles heel tactical, but a trainer of his caliber isn't doing that. That's dumb. I don't know, like, seeing it and I don't know. There's a lot of these guns in use. And I feel like the problems would be a whole lot more widespread if it was that prevalent. I just don't know. Do I think something's wrong? Yeah. I just don't know what it is. I mean, we've talked about how I feel about one of my SIGs, right? Like, I don't know how I feel about it. I can tell you, like, you know, it's one of those things, like, I don't shoot it that much. And I don't shoot it. The reason I don't shoot it that much, not because I'm worried about it's going to go off in the holster. It's because it's just, I don't know. It's not as much fun for me to shoot that gun as it is to go shoot my 45 with the Ramjet or a Walther or a CZ Shadow. It's just not as much fun. So I don't know what to make of it. I guess we'll see how that shakes out. I'm pretty sure SIGs are just going to get mad and tell us all that we're, like, anti-gun because we want them to answer that question. Cloud did fix my light. For those of you that saw that on Patreon and watched that video, Cloud did eventually get me that bezel. It just took a while. Updates on that Griffin are coming up here real soon. But the big thing for me has been these guys, man. I've been playing with the new 20-round T-Mags and really been given the old gung-ho try on these HD4 mags from Mec-Gar, the 18-round Glock mags. Dude, they're awesome. I don't know. No, they're not ready for duty use yet. I don't trust them for duty use. I've only got, you know, like I said, a couple thousand rounds through them. But so far, I like them. I've been pretty freaking impressed. So that's where we're at today. So guys, I am Uncle Freedom. This is just kind of random thoughts from the bench, man, like training notes. Cliff Notes edition. So guys, I am Uncle Freedom. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Until next time, I'll see you later.